And hey, let's start with some music. So, hey, that's my Instagram. Check me out. All right. Wild. Well, that's a copyright strike, so let's get rid of that. Ah, what am I doing? Oh, right. Now I remember. Now I remember. All right. Audio library. Yes, I had forgotten again why I came to this page. Ambient dark. Sure, why not? It's only a minute and a half. Let's do a square. Let's do 2100 by 2100. All right. The glove is on. The stylus is in hand. That was quick. All right. The chat window. I have forgotten the chat window. Let us do that. There we go. Whatever that is. Hey, Paul. What am I drawing? Some kind of anthropomorphic cat, it looks like. Or something. I don't know. I did not decide in advance. What are you up to today? Oh, wrong. Wrong. Let's try that. There we go. What you got cooking? Ho, Liz is here. Hey, good people. Nice. Have you watched Dark Materials on HBO? I saw the first season, yeah. I'm working from home. We are expecting a hard freeze tonight, trying to get everything winterized and plants inside. So hard freeze in Texas, and the ground is not cold enough to keep snow here in Vermont. All right. Moving right along. Here, let's shrink this whole dude here. How do I do that? That ain't it. There's no select all, unfortunately, as far as I can tell. There's got to be a way to copy this. There we are. Harry P. Oh, Harry Potter. Gotcha. Oh, no. No. His Dark Materials is not comparable to Harry Potter. His Dark Materials is much more adult. Adult not in the sense of being sexually explicit, but adult in terms of, subtle, complex themes of interest to adult humans. Let's see. Now, I read that whole book series back in the early 2000s. Like the very early 2000s. It might have started in the late 90s. I'm not sure. Now, there was a movie of the first book, forget exactly when, quite a while ago, where Daniel Craig was Lord Asriel. And I thought that was pretty decent. But there was such a long pause between them. Their child actress has grown up, so they couldn't just, retain her and do the second one. So they started over. Can I draw straight lines? There's got to be a way. Got to be a way. But maybe not. Oh, Ed's here. Hey, Ed. And CXJIMENEZ234 says, want to become famous by followers, primes, and viewers. Yeah. Whatever, dude. Guess what? You're blocked. Woo! Okay. Wow. Let's see. The demons from Dark Materials are cool. Looks like Harry Potter. Nope. I think greenhouses will be all the rage, says Les. Paul, especially when people realize the world is getting colder rather than hotter, at least in the latitudes of Texas. Paul, have you seen your neighbor lately? Hello, Ed. Ed, I'm ready for debate. Paul, not lately. I almost moved all the mulch, though. You can grow a lot of mushrooms on mulch. Wink, wink. We can sometimes smell the manure that farmers spread on their fields, says Ed. Yes, Ed, Nebraska smells like manure the whole way laterally through. I drove, I know. I've heard about mushroom cultivation on mulch in the Pacific Northwest. This mulch is all ash juniper, lots of tannins. Well, if you're talking about psilocybin, you won't find much mulch that's more effective than cardboard. That mushroom loves it some cardboard. Right, now go away. Okay, and new. So what color should this kitty thing be? I guess first we'll start with his tunic. Let's see. We'll make his undergarments this sort of dark purple. Meow. Mocha hears me talking. She thinks she needs to get in on it. Alrighty, now what about his tunic? Should it be darker, lighter? That's sort of a tan, kind of leathery. But then what of his fur? I don't think I like that. I think I like that for his fur. With more of a gold. It might be a little bright. I'll put a texture on it or a pattern. Or we can go really dark with it. About like that. Then we'd have to go brighter with his sleeves, which is not a problem. Do that. Yeah, we'll do that. And then his fur and skin's got to be dark somehow. Or maybe not. Maybe black and white, maybe patterned. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Juniper berries make the taste of gin, says Lessick. They're in Bombay Sapphire Gin, says Edward. Yes, Bombay Gin is all I drank when I was last in Egypt. Why did you go to Egypt? That's probably why I didn't get Tutankhamun's revenge when everyone else did. Has anybody seen the movie American Honey? I started watching that a few days ago. I've tried 3 different times to get through it. Can't really bring myself to watch it. So Ed, when you go to Mexico, drink tequila and you'll be New World bacteria free and avoid Moctezuma's revenge. They also have mezcal there. Last time I drank mezcal, my father found me sleeping naked on the floor in another house. Well, lucky it was your father who found you and not the owner of the house. All right. Where's Paul? Is he just a lurker? Paul is in southern Texas. All right. I don't like that. I don't like it. No, sir. No, sir, I don't like it. So let's just Control Z our way out of here. There we go. My work is menial, but it's not boring, says Ed. Paul says, work is boring. At least my office work is boring. I like clearing brush, says Les. I do it for free for all my friends. Yes, Ed, you're a people person. I imagine everyone likes you. I attempted to make 2 deliveries for Walmart this morning on the DoorDash platform. Huh, like you went to Walmart to buy something for a DoorDash customer? I was thinking that the collapse narrative hasn't been all a waste of time. It did give me a sense of urgency for many years. Me too, although I think a sense of urgency with a falsely shortened timeline might prompt one to make ill-advised decisions. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to take this dude over to Clip Studio Paint and see what we can do with him there. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to strip or shed 1 layer. I guess the difference. It certainly doesn't call for music, my removing of the 1 layer. All right. Here we are. Clip Studio Paint. Hey, let me show you what I I'll keep wanting to say purchased. Posted to Instagram today. And I didn't post it. Rose posted it. Which version of Ahsoka Tano is your favorite? Any takers? But wait, let's go back to Fresco. And let's export this dude. All right. I'm thinking today is the day to continue drawing Ahsoka Tano, not continue the previous drawing, but a different one. Let's see. Yes, but the mainstream narrative leads one to make ill-advised decisions. Oh, that's definitely true. DoorDash sent me to pick up at Walmart. The recipients weren't home to receive, so I had to return to Walmart with the goods. Jerks. Does that mean you didn't get paid for your adventure? Do they get blacklisted? Asks Paul. All right. Oh. Here's our furry dude with staff. All righty. Let's put a new, let's take this one way down, down. And this will be our sketch layer. Now it's time to turn on the tab mate. Ed says, I suspect that Walmart and DoorDash are partly to blame. Yeah, I imagine they are. You suspect, I imagine. All right, here we go. Let's grab a pencil. And let's draw in a dark color with the pencil. Or a dark, not much color, like that. Now we can zoom in. Really make this dude look like how I want him to look. First, he has a skull with eye sockets. And a big wide nose. Let's give him like jowls. Yeah, he's kind of looking like an old man. Maybe I should put some spectacles on him like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. But then his ears are way up here, so what are the spectacles attached to? Nothing. Maybe they just sit there. Kind of like that. I kind of like that. Alrighty. What do we got? I got paid for both the delivery and the return. All right, so what do you care? You can do that all day. So it worked out. I buy most of my blue jeans from Walmart. Yeah, me too. It's one place where I know I can go in and try them on without any hassle, without anybody trying to upsell me or micromanage my decision. I just do what the app on my phone tells me to do. Then every Tuesday there is a deposit into my bank account. All right. Les says, I think Paul is the smartest among us. How can we, the older generation, impart on him what is true without imposing? I don't think Ed's that much younger. You do not propose ideas for consideration of your intellectual peers. You assert your opinions as fact, which is an implicit challenge. My genes are pretty profound, I think. Mine too, Paul. I buy some profound genes. No one asks, but I'm happy to explain to us all why Paul is wisest in the way of the world. Paul knows where to be, and Paul knows how to barter. Thanks, bud. I like compliments, says Paul. What I know from what you've said. But Ray Dalio said, if you're so smart, why aren't you rich? Yes, I've heard that one many times. Many times. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? Yuck. Don't like that at all. Not one little bit. Maybe I am, says Les. My brain, it's not that good, says Paul. Paul, you're creative. That's the best. Show delete ruler. Right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh man. You guys are just flying along here. I gotta back up, back up. Camo, please talk to us about Amazon Sidewalk. I have no idea. I have no interaction whatsoever with Amazon Sidewalk. Let's see. Going on break. Be back in 15 minutes with cold hands. Right on. Right on. It's not about crunching numbers. Let's leave that to the AI. Ed, how's the market? Today is a red day. The Palantir story has been interesting. Wall Street Bets on Reddit has been pumping it. But shorting firm called Citron said bad things about it and price went down. Yep, just checked. Palantir is good. Ed, confidence is the name of the game. I sold 2 call contracts on my 200 shares, so I expect those 200 shares will be called away from me eventually. Have you taken a good look at your Canadian company Loop Insights, Inc.? I think it'll rip. Thank you for this information. All right, everybody. Tune into the daily drawing live stream for investment tips. All right. All right. I don't like that so much. Okay. Let's ink this bad boy. Huh. This live stream is turning into Baba Yaga's telepathy classes of how to read cards with market tips. Do you think that the Ewoks put up a good fight against Imperial stormtroopers? I think they put on an implausibly good fight. Why is the Battle of Yavin the axial date in the Star Wars universe? Why is it so important? Well, I think it orients the viewers in time. All right. Turn the sketch layer down. And let's ink. Let's ink. 15, just to get us started. Now what? Ed, give me a question from history, okay? Especially one you think might disagree with my answer. Especially one you think you might disagree with my answer. Why did Rome export cement powder and concrete technology to India and China? Let's make it interesting, says Les. It was too far. But why didn't Rome do that? Why they had robust commerce with both of those empires? Or why? Why glass and silk spices, but not cement? Rome wasn't direct neighbors with India and China, says Les. Despite that, they traded. Right, but they traded small, valuable stuff, not heavy bulk materials. What else? The middlemen ate up the profit and were blocking further expansion of and further exploration, said Sieves. KMO, make correct answer. Well, I think Les said that earlier. Les said it was too far. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Back up top. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. More stuff. There's a tradition from my father's side of us being the people from the Rodhanum. They did not trade bulk materials because proportions of trade route was because a portion of the trade route was over land through Egypt. I haven't checked my Y haplogroup DNA yet, though, to confirm. Because cement is a technology that is secret, says Les. Ed, cement is a technology that was secret. In Iran, a scientist was recently assassinated because he was key to that country exploiting a formerly secret technology. Yeah, what is his name? Hope it doesn't translate from Iranian to France. Ferdinand. Well, Ferdinand... Okay, yeah. Farsi, not Italian, not Iranian. I'm an ignoramus. Well, do they speak Farsi or Persian? I think they speak Persian in Iran. All right. I'm going to take my 3 o'clock break a couple minutes early. I'll come back and finish up this dude and get on to something sexier. Oh, I'm almost at a half and half. Goodness. All right. Stretching. Let's see. Let's pop back over here to the audio archive and Billy Goat Stomp, Jazz and Blues, Happy. That's pretty happy, all right. All right. I'd say ladies and gentlemen, but I'm pretty sure it's just gentlemen. I'm going to swallow some pills and I'm right back at it. And if swallowing pills sounds provocative, I'm swallowing ashwagandha and Doan's Doan's backache medicine. Let's see. Farsi is the language, Persian is the culture, Iranian is the country. They're ancient. Were there any outside forces that encouraged l'equivalenza and the solidarity movement? As a person of half Jew and half Indo-European Slav heritage and adherent of Christian culture, I admire the Iranians. Yes, Ed, Lech was a pawn. Paul is back. KMO, my Zello friend in Brighton, England, said that you could use his original Bandcamp music. Oh, cool. Send me a link. Welcome back, at Paul. We're having a hoedown. I'd like Paul to talk more, says Les. I tried ashwagandha and I got sick. Well, don't know what to tell you. Works for me. Do y'all want to learn about accessing ArcGIS Pro licenses via Ago platform or how to connect my ESRI e-learning? Boy, Paul, those are equally sexy, let me tell you. Anyway. Speaking of sexy, let's get back to Grandpa here. Oh, that's not fat enough line. Let's try this. Yeah. Better. Better. Do. Alrighty. Now we'll go with a very fine. There we are. All right, looked away for a while. What am I missing? How would y'all choose to die? In bed, self-imposed hunger, battle. KMO, that's like Grandpa Fox Bear with a badass staff. Yeah. I didn't know that's who it was before, but now it is. It is reminiscent of Hayao Miyazaki raccoon film Pompoko. I haven't seen that one. I've seen most of his films, but not that one. What's everybody's favorite Miyazaki film? Mine is Spirited Away. Possibly because it was one of the movies that my eldest son wanted to watch every day, sometimes multiple times a day for a time. I've seen it many times. As for how I would want to die, I'm not sure if it would be voluntary or not. Can't say I'm super anxious to feel like steel slice into my body, but the Klingon in me says in battle for sure. I might want to go for the never knew what hit him route. Let's see. So Les says Princess Mononoke. I could definitely get behind that one. Howl's Moving Castle had some interesting imagery in it, but I don't remember the story very well. So it's one that I would probably have to reacquaint myself with before I could really render a verdict. Alrighty, let's get the staff going. And another one. What's going on? Oh, come on. There we go. There we are. Oh, KMO was a warrior. KMO was a warrior. KMO is feeling a little old and vulnerable in the body to feel like a warrior today, anyway, or this past week even. Ed, I'm like you. I will die in a whimper. What was your choice, Ed? I think I missed your choice, Ed. How would you go? as in be teleported to the surface of the sun. Now, maybe a sudden, a big fall, defenestration. Doesn't have to be from a window, though, which I think defenestration means thrown from a window. Ed, it is a dignified end of life love fest. I would like to fade out in a bed with my daughter and her children by my side. Yeah, I imagine an overdose in Burning Man, says Les. I'm not judging. I am. Judgment is necessary. We must judge. There is no virtue in forgoing one's ability and responsibility to make judgments. So say I. I have spoken. All right. Hey, Mocha, why don't you run on down to the convenience store and buy me a 6-pack of donuts? She's not going to do it. I can tell you right now, she's not going to do it. She never does. Never. All right. Let's go with some... Hey, let's save this. What the heck? So, Paul, what'd you call this guy? Grandpa Fox Bear? I think that's what you said. That's what I'm going to call him. What am I doing? What am I doing? Huh. He's still a furry dude with staff. Oh well. Later I'll call him Grandpa Fox Bear. Let's see. Let's go with this for now. Let's try a color layer, shall we? I like that KMO is honest. It's his crowning virtue. So questions like have, not have soul are really not worthy of inquiry, in my opinion, says Ed. KMO, tie a note to Mocha with instructions and a callback number. In other words, I prefer pursuing knowledge, knowable unknowns versus unknowable unknowns, says Ed. Yeah, I think Mocha would be very upset with me if I tied a note to her and put her outside right now. She'd certainly be very frightened. She doesn't get to go outside anymore. And hasn't been out there for quite some time. I tried to put her on a harness and get her used to going outside with me on a leash, and that did not go well. She was not up for that plan. All right, let's get to it. Let's see. Off. Oh, what am I doing? That's on the wrong layer. There we go. So I have been lusting after one of the new Pixel phones. Even though my current phone is functioning just fine and does not need to be replaced. So I've made a deal with myself. I can buy a Pixel 4a after I make 100 new YouTube videos. I really have not been making many videos recently unless you count these live streams, which do get archived as, uploaded videos, but, they're not. They're not. Alrighty. Let's see. No, Ed, the question of soul is the most pertinent. Ed, the unknowable unknowns are knowable. You know that. Paul, and you better believe that at 101, KMO gets that new phone. In college, my nickname was KO. We're getting back to my spat with KMO regarding the nature of science. Well, you're welcome to get back to it. I can't say it's particularly appealing to me, but go for it. Go for it. All right. Hmm. Hmm. We shall just forego the paint bucket on this one. It looks like I've got some more ink erasing to do here. The other night I rewatched what is, in my opinion, far and away the best MCU movie, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And it Holds up pretty well, I have to say. I think his tunic is going to be maroon. And I will be looking back at the comments here in just a moment. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, I see Oaxaca, Mexico. Oh, wow. Okay. KMO, could you upgrade your Disney Plus account to Family Plan and put us on it? Asks Ed. My kids are able to log into my account. Ed, where's the most amazing place you visited? Asks Les. It was a tide pool on the Pacific coast in Oaxaca. Oh, nice. That sounds amazingly exotic, says Les. Instantly jealous. It is at Punta Cometa. I don't know where that is. You can see it on Google Maps/Earth. Checking now, my Punta comments friend. You know, one of the most amazing places I've visited was Green's Pool in Australia, near the town of Denmark, Australia, where I considered buying a business back when I had capital. Also some very nice, unnamed, I mean, they probably have names, but they're not famous, beaches in Thailand. All right. What did I say? Maroon? I did say maroon. What an ultra maroon. Let's see. Here's a maroon. That. Although Machu Picchu is a pretty amazing place. If you go right now, you get the whole place to yourself, pretty much. So I've heard. Now what we got? You were born with a hat on your head? What does that mean? Is that like a hat on a hat? Alexa, what is a hat on a hat?
Here's something I found on dictionary.com. As a noun, hat is usually defined as a shaped covering for the head, usually with a crown and brim, especially for wear outdoors. As a verb, hat is usually defined as to provide with a hat, put a hat on. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for hat.
Yeah, I think she missed my point on that one. I'm tempted to make this thing he's holding into a broom. Yeah, I might go that route. We'll see. What have we got now? A saying from Jewish tradition: Jesus must have had one of those black, furry British soldier hats. He was Messiah, after all. Huh. Can't say I get that. Is anyone here religious? KMO, where will you go when you die? I do not know. I'm not religious, though. When I'm at funerals, I pretend I know what's going on. Paul, no one knows. And the best of us pretend. I think there's a word missing there. I mean, like doing the sign of the cross and saying amen and that kind of stuff. Yeah, funerals are definitely a place to go along to get along. Not the time to come down hard on people's need for comfort and certainty. What else have we got? Let's see. Funerals during the pandemic are weird. I haven't been to any. Certainty is missing in society, says Les. I must refill. Be back in 15. So it sounds like your refill is at the store, huh? All right. Well, I've just realized that Let's see. This line doesn't work. Let's try again. See if we can do it without going back to the sketch. Ooh, that's too fat by a long shot. Let's try that. So all of this has got to go too. And probably this. All right. What else? Oh, nothing else. All right. So I'll just keep drawing, keep plugging away at it. All right. What else we need? Probably some sort of embroidery on this thing. Let's see what halfway. Effects. Huh. Well, that's a nice little vignette. Ah, there's the jackpot. Let's see. Huh. Let's try this. All right, not like that. Let's see. To start off, like that. Drag it over there. Yeah. Let's take it down. All right, now. No. Let's see. No. Yes. Download it, please. Is it downloaded yet? Nope, not yet. There we go. Now it's downloaded. There we go. Okay. Let's try that. Nope. This didn't work out so well. Huh. We'll just do it by hand. Sure, like that. All right. I haven't looked at the chat in a while. Let's check it out. KMO, I was going to send you the link to the latest episode of the Anti-Capitalist Chronicles. Harvey discusses his take on the election. I thought it was good. Oh, I'd like to hear it. Do send it my way. I should have done all of these little fiddly lines on a different layer. All right, let's go something like this, and we'll say Oh, suppose I better put some lines down in here as well. Oh, not big fat ones like that, though. Come on. Like that. All right, what have I missed? What have I missed? Les is back. What's that, Paul? Give me the goodies, Paul. Paul, what are your visions of the future for yourself? What are your equanimitable critiques of your country? You have good neighbors, but how long will that last? Well, our neighbors to the east and west are absolutely reliable and will never betray us. The north and south are pretty good too, I think. Let's see. Paul says, no, I'm a recovering doomer. I don't have many expectations and hope to just get by and be happy. Les says, Paul, raise your bar for expectations because as a rule of thumb, you never supersede them. I'd really like another piece of property near the coast to have like a boys' camp / fishing hangout. That way you'll jump higher, says Les. All right. Well, hey, if you ever get that place by the coast built up, let me know. I would like to bring my youngest son there. He always wanted to learn to fish when he was younger, and I just wasn't the guy to teach him. Let's see. Paul, you write. You work physically. What else? Are you handsome? Paul is a good-looking dude. What else do you have in your pocket? I like to sing old folk songs. That's golden. I do too. I really enjoyed the Oh Brother, Where Art Thou soundtrack. I'm a Man of Constant Sorrow. Remember that one? The Foggy Bottom Boys. Oh, my phone just made some notification type noise. Do I get up and go check it out? I'll do that in 6 minutes at the 4 o'clock stretch. Camo, I'm not a very good fisherman, but we could have some fun. When I got the fishing camp, definitely bring your sons. I do, Man of Constant Sorrow. Right on. Right on. How about Big Rock Candy Mountain? That's another fun one. That's where I want to go when I die. I want to go to the Big Rock Candy Mountain. Oh, this process is kind of tedious. I mean, we've been here before. I basically just want to draw the figures and leave all the detailed coloring to somebody else. All right, what do we got here? An old hymn or choir or something, says Les. Putting on Man of Constant Sorrow. Roscoe Holcomb Willow Tree. Oh, you're a banjo hick. Unaccompanied. I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. Yeah. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised. Yeah. Oops, not like that. And here's another use for the parallel line ruler. There we are. My mother always told me that the Irish and people of the American South can be trusted as far as they can sing. For work they shall not. A people free. That was good, Paul. Thank you. All right. Let's get back to the hands. Actually, let's reverse them. There we are. Oh. Delete ruler. Hey, look, it's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Is Ed still around? He head out on the road. Do some dashing. Dashing Ed. All right. Now something in the shirt. All right. All right. Ed's dashing. You should have Paul and Ed on again as a conference call. Kmo, do you think you'll ever make it to paradise? Maybe for a visit. Not to stay. What's going on here? There we go. Oh boy, I got really sloppy somewhere. Oh, I moved all of the ink somewhere along the line, all of the color. Did I do it just now? Yes, I did it just now. Good. Good, good, good. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, wow. I missed a lot. All right. Ed's dashing. We already knew that. You should have Paul and Ed on again. Yeah. Paradise, just to visit and not to stay. Yeah. I watched a DC Universe animated movie called Justice League New Frontiers. Eddie is back. There was crackle in it. Right on. Les, my main critic in the U.S. is the focus of short-term profits over everything. The neoliberal suburban sprawl that covers the landscape is a good example. That's funny, Paul. I thought everyone here, aside from here, was liberal. Paul, did you go to university? Les says, I think not. Paul says, neoliberal is a term for free market economic fundamentalism. Ha! Les, yes, I have a master's degree. I like you. You're kind of a dick. Let me digest. Ed says, like the political economic line that the Economist magazine propounds, question mark? Les, you appreciate me despite me being a dick sometimes. I like your questions. We all like to be noticed. Alrighty. I spent longer on this fox bear grandpa dude than I had ever intended, but since I've gone this far, might as well push on. Whoop. Might as well seal the deal. All right, here we go. Here we go. How's the weather up there in Montreal, Ed? It's raining to beat the band down here. let's see. Mm-hmm. All right, Gramps, let's get your background back in here. All right, now let's get rid of this layer entirely. Or let's just select all. And delete. Oh, this is not Photoshop. I don't have all the filter options that I would over there. So let's save this for now. And it's almost 4:20, but I can't take that particular break because I can't draw after that. So let's back up a little. Oh, wow. Okay, we all like to be noticed. Paul says, that's right, thanks for noticing me. Ed, you, me, and KMO, we make a good banjo band, except I don't play the banjo. Les says, I sing, too. I've had to review a lot of the comments in the last 10 minutes, says Ed. Thanks, Paul, you pinched my heart. A cherry shrimp in my Wallstad tank gave birth to a brood of babies. Oh, very nice. I'm very proud with that. Les says, your Wallstad tanks will be your undoing, Ed. They will flood you with troubles. Ed says, I started my tank at the same time that KMO started doing this stream. Ah. Now we are both harvesting the returns of our investments. Les says, I appreciate being called a dick, though. Better than being an ass. I'd rather be the giver than the receiver. KMO, it is a miserable November day. Here, too. Congrats, Ed. With the babies, a proud papa, says Paul. Ed replies, it is gray, overcast sky with cold, drizzly rain. I'm staying in tonight. Thanks, Paul. The fact that they successfully bred means that conditions are just right for them. Tomorrow I will buy 5 assassin snails and add them to the tank. I'm using permaculture principles to manage the ecosystem. Les says, they'll change the ecology of your tank world, Ed. And after some time, they'll turn on themselves. Paul says, that's cool. Which principles are useful? That's a very good question, Paul. All right, Ed, you're being called out on your use of permaculture terminology. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'll just do... Oh, not like that. Not like that. Like that? Yeah, I kind of like that. I'll grab this one and come down here. What's going on? Am I not drawing this? Yeah, I can draw on it. All right. I've got to go just a little bit darker. All right, how about some texture back here? Do we have that option? I bet we do. Let's see. Let's run some grass back here. Nah. Just down here at the bottom, I think. No, don't like any of that. Don't like any of that. Let's try a different effect. Cross-hatching. What if we do this? Gauze cloud, what is that? Oh, that's kind of interesting. That might be what I'm going for. Yeah, I like that. All right. All right. Let's save this dude now. Say export as a single layer. We'll make it a PNG. And we will call it, what was it? Papa or Grandpa Fox Bear? Oh, it is so small on that other monitor. Let's see. All right, let's go back to the chat. Les says, one I would expect Ed to pose. When there is an abundance of an organism, you can add another organism that feeds on that abundant thing. So my tank has an abundance of pond snails and duckweed. Assassin snails eat pond snails. Duckweed is a weed, says Les. So I can add them to balance out the surplus pond snails. Paul says, and stacking functions. You are being entertained, and there is an aesthetic appeal too. It'll stifle the ecology unless you have ducks to eat it. Of the duckweed. I would like to find an animal that wants to eat my duckweed. Okay, guys, Ed, Paul, who are people you admire? Ed says, I admire Elon Musk. Oh, Ed. Ed, let me share with you an email that I received. Let's see. Come on. All right. On a recent C-Realm Vault podcast, I may have said a few things in defense of Elon Musk, and I made note of the fact that many doomers, particularly the peak oil doomers, absolutely hate Elon Musk. They loathe him with a passion. To which Robert writes, I caught the part of the conversation about Musk and had to comment. Well, I can't say I hate the guy or even pay much attention to him. I think there are many good reasons to resent what he has done. He's become rich. I just saw, second richest man in the country on the backs of the taxpayer and fraud. He flaunts being above the law. The technology he promotes does nothing to help humanity but provide dreamy distractions from reality. We can't survive in a dome in Arizona, as you talked about a while back, never mind Mars. In many ways, he's a symbol of so much that is wrong with this country. To which I responded, quoting, he's become rich. I just saw the second richest man in the country on the backs of the taxpayer and fraud. To which I said, would you be up for conversing on this topic in my daily drawing live stream? I would excerpt parts of it for use in the C-Realm podcast. If so, I'll ask you to do a bit of research beforehand. I'm interested in knowing the details of how tax dollars have made their way into Musk's private coffers. What contracts does he or has he had with the federal government? You say he made a fortune from fraud. Please be specific about the instances of fraud he has perpetrated. The bit about promoting technology that, quote, does nothing to help humanity, close quote, seems like simple doomer bias and as such seems indefensible. But if you think you can make a case for claiming that ubiquitous and affordable broadband internet, Starlink, lower launch costs, SpaceX, post-internal combustion engine and autonomous automobiles, Tesla, improved battery technology, Tesla and Powerwall, and mind-machine interfaces, Neuralink, all do nothing to help humanity, well, I'll certainly hear you out. Let me know if you're interested. He did not reply. So, Ed, what is your commentary? Do you want to jump on and comment? What have I done? What is this? Let's see. Boom. Okay. I don't actually have the Zoom call going, but I can start it. Okay, Les says, give me another. Ed says, I admire Barack Hussein Obama. Paul? Jeff Lawton. Les, searching. Paul, Che Guevara. John Graves. Who's John Graves? John Graves. He didn't write Straw Dogs, did he? John Graves. Author. Texas author John Graves dies at 92. All right. Known for his book Goodbye to a River. Okay. Cynthia Parker. Yes, Che Guevara, the life of a revolutionary is captivating. Would you like to live under the rule of Mr. Che? I'm not up for jumping on because my thoughts are not well organized to extemporize as cogently as I'd like on the topic. No problem, because I don't feel like starting the call. But maybe noodle on it, we could do it tomorrow. But in that email, there are a set of assertions that are only thinly based in reality and are very disputable. Yeah, like fraud. He was charged with fraud for tweeting that he was going to be buying back the shares of his company and taking the company Tesla private again, and that he was going to be paying $420 per share for it. He claims it was a joke. The 420 price, I think, lends credence to the idea that it was a joke. But he was already quite rich by then. I mean, and that's not how he made his money. John Michael Greer published a piece a few years back where he called Elon Musk a subsidy dumpster king, meaning that he just made all of his money by soaking up tax dollars in the form of subsidies for renewable energy or space or things like that. But that's what those subsidies are for. I mean, he took the money and he did with it what he said he was going to do. I don't consider that fraud. But and the thing that I just can't get behind is the idea that lowered launch costs are useless. Like, so much of the technology that we enjoy came from the space race. Anyway, he is a salesman. Yeah, he is. He is a salesman of big ideas. I think we need that. Paul says, last perhaps, we will never know. Plus, he was not the ruler of any country. No, and in fact, after the Cuban Revolution was won, Che Guevara was looking to do some more revolution, so he went elsewhere. But he did like to execute people, as I understand it. Anyway, salesmen generate hype and spin as part of their gambit. I would say that the subsidies worked. Hey, fellas, headed out for the day. Have a nice evening, KMO. Cheers. Cheers, Paul. Talk to you soon. All right. You know what I'm going to do now, fellas? This is atypical for me, but rather than continue drawing, I am going to... No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Never mind. I was going to download the streamed video and bring it into Premiere and speed it up and put music to it, but I can't download the stream until long after I have stopped the stream. So that's not anything I'll be doing right now. Let's see, let's turn off the sketch. Let's re-export. This will be Grandpa with a G. There we are. Yes, overwrite. Do it. Do it now. All right. Well, I guess I will just go back to Clip Studio Paint, do some drawing, just some sketching. Oh, wow. Guy came a long way, didn't he? Let's go ahead and export a speed drawing of this. I have banjo music playing in the background now. It's exquisite. Ed has a few ideas. Let's hear your ideas, Ed, or read them, as the case may be. All right. Let's export that. Grandpa Fox Bear. Something like Tales from Reddit. It is ideas for a defined spot I could do on your live stream. For example, I recently learned from Reddit about Amazon Sidewalk. I know nothing of Amazon Sidewalk. If you want to come on tomorrow and talk about Amazon Sidewalk, that'd be awesome. All right. Let us start a new document. All right. I could share with you my learning on this topic. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Bust out the crackle. So Ed, has the internet leakage just informed you that Baby Yoda's actual name is Grogu? if I really want those donuts, I've got to walk to the convenience store. Gotta walk. In the rain. Which means maybe I don't really want them. If I go down there and get them, oh, I could get a beer as well. Beer is evil. Beer is bad. I sure want one or two. What do we got here? Uh-oh. Looks like I started something. Let's see. I went ahead to talk about Amazon Sidewalk. He's always in the fashionable stuff. I'm very interested in the latest trends in technology, the bow wave of human innovation. Ed, I told you about Loop Insights, Inc. Look at it again. I will comply, says Ed. Now we know Baby Yoda's actual name. Oh, right, it's not Grogu, it's Grogu, or something like that. You just got an extra syllable in the end there, Les, otherwise you're right. The Baby Yoda doll was used on the latest SpaceX Dragon launch as zero gravity indicator. Ed, if you were in the Star Wars universe, who'd you be and why? I am similar to Qui-Gon. Honorable, says Les. Because he is calm and ponderous. He's also a bit of a iconoclast and a rule breaker. Okay, I'll grant you that. You are Qui-Gon. My daughter says that I'm like the father in Studio Ghibli's takes on the Earthsea. Well, I haven't seen those. Who am I, Ed? Beer? Triggered? You are the Caribbean frogman? Who says, oh, how wooed? That would be Jar Jar Binks. Yes. Maybe you were Miyazaki, Ed. What do we got here? These are just vector brushes. Ah, yeah, I'm rude. In Gregorian calendar, we divide time with the birth of Christ because it is considered very, very important. We're back to the Battle of Yavin, aren't we? Why is it so important? Yeah, because the Empire was a fairly short-lived political entity, compared to the Republic that came before it. It only lasted, like 25 years? Something like that? Yeah, Ed, I think it's not so much an in-universe convention as it is we, the audience, everything flows from that first film. The destruction of the first Death Star, that demonstrated that, the Empire's super weapon, even its this symbol of its omnipotence, could be defeated. Yeah, they built another one and it had to be destroyed as well, which it was. But the destruction of that first one really, it really freed everybody's minds. All right. These lips need to be saying something. I don't know what, though. Let's look at this as a time-lapse drawing. Go. Nah, it didn't take long, did it? Time-lapse lips. Okay. Let's do another one in our remaining 12 minutes. This is me. Look at that. No reference self-portrait. No mirror, no photos. Just My knowledge of myself. Know thyself. Make it smaller. There we go. Okay. And to be honest, got to put some hair down here as well because it's been a long time since I've been to the barbershop. Ooh, not like that. Let's try, yeah, that. Bring those ears down a bit. That. All right, bigger, 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 bigger. Maybe that's a slightly younger me. Let's see. Paul was right. About what? Ed, any good stock picks? I'll tell you what I think. Yes, Rodney, it is a self-portrait. I'll show you how it came together. Oh, not like that, like this. There we are, the artiste. Wait, I'm supposed to export that. Try again. Export. Time lapse. The artiste. Alrighty. Hey, look, it's 4:58. I will hang out for 2 minutes and acknowledge all chats that happen in the next 2 minutes. What we got? What we got? Looks like Ed has departed. Ed usually likes to stay and round out the chat. Alrighty. Well, I'm not seeing any chats to acknowledge, so I'm just going to bail. Actually, it's 4:59. Might as well wait. Might as well wait. So this is the morose artist. I could do the happy artist in a minute. No. Tomorrow. Cue the song from Annie. But the sun coming out tomorrow. Tick tock, tick tock. That looks like me like 15 years ago, except I didn't have this beard 15 years ago. In fact, my beard isn't that long now. I've trimmed it recently. Here, I'll do that. Let's see. More like that now. Here, let's see. We will add that to the time lapse. Okay. Export. Yep, I know. And hey, it's 5:01, so I will check the chat once more, but then I think it's time to go. Oh, there is stuff in the chat. Okay. Ed, I was investigating my indoor pond with my microscope. I think I have spotted a species I never saw before. It might be a leech. Ooh, can you take pictures through your microscope? That would be fun. A leech? That's fascinating, says Les. Yeah, mini hydra. Oh, wow, that means you got a whole ecosystem going. I must find a way to share the pictures and videos with the world. Yes, you must. You must. All right. Closing the chat.